Good morning, afternoon, or evening, and welcome to my very first Alpha 26 replay commentary analysis. Yep, it's been so long that I think my last one of these was actually 2 alphas ago. Still, better late than never, I guess, and I'm actually very excited to bring you this game. It's between tedour and Umbrito, and they're rated at 1411 and 1440 respectively, and it's quite a surprising strategy, and a risky one at that. So, with tedour as the Morias and Umbrito taking his favourite Seleucids, let's see how this one goes. And welcome to the game. Well, it's been a while, hasn't it? But here we go. So in the north, tedour playing as the Morians in the blue, and he has gone for 4 women to begin with. And Umbrito, well, he hasn't moved yet. Okay, finally starts going. Still nothing, bit of a slow start. You really want to have everyone doing whatever you want them to do within the first 10 seconds. But he's following his normal approach, which is quite common. It just goes with the auto train. Now there's kind of 2 schools of thought really as to how you go about growing your population. If you go in batches, then each additional person is trained 80% of the time that it takes to train one person. So if, let's say, it took 1 second to train someone, it would take 1.8 seconds to train 2, and what would it be then? 2.44 seconds. So I'm just trying to work out. I think it'd be 64. Anyway, less time. Sorry, my mental arithmetic was slightly off there. So what that means is that you're going to get more people more quickly, but the flip side of that is that those people aren't collecting resources for that time. So if that first person took 1 second, they've been collecting resources for 0.8 seconds in the same time that it's taken you to train that second person. So on the one hand, you get a bigger population quicker, but you're actually collecting resources potentially more slowly. So it's a trade-off, the 2 of them. But I mean, interesting nonetheless. I like thinking about those sorts of things. So here we go on the flip side. So up here in the north, not doing that at all. Just going for trading people. It's good. Got a single house builder. The most efficient use of house building. Very good. And having said that, the flip side, sorry, just touched the microphone needlessly there. So the flip side that you have, okay, lost my train of thought completely because of accidentally touching the microphone, trying to scratch my face. So what we've got here is that he's collecting these straggler trees close by. Now that in a sense you might go, oh, that's good. It's shortest distance, so if he wants to get people trained up and collecting those, it's the shortest distance. That is the case. However, if we were to come under some kind of attack, like a raid, so we are over 2.5 minutes in, could conceivably be facing 4 or 5 cavalry. If that was the case, what you want to be able to do is bring everyone back in and still be able to collect resources within the range of the civic centre. If you've collected all those trees there, all the wood from those trees, you can't do that. So for that reason, I personally prefer to go further away to begin with, and then if you run that risk, then if you're caught, okay, fine, you don't get to you're going to get chased away from your wood line, but you're still going to have some trees there which will allow you to potentially train some soldiers, and once you've got those soldiers, then you can defend yourself. If he was caught now, wouldn't able to be. He only got 60 wood. If these guys were attacked, they would be well beaten by 5 or 6 cavalry. So that's the rationale behind that. Neither side has made any real effort to scout out the opponent's territory, which tedour is on his way, but it's something else that is worth thinking about. So if we look here, if tedour had done a very early scouting, I mean, it is still quite early, so it's not that much of a concern, but what you're looking for basically is, are there berries, where are the wood lines, things like that. Get out there. So you'd see these berries, and think, okay, going to be putting women out there who are just going to be trying to collect these berries, and based on that, good place to rush, particularly as if we look, as you know, these aren't. Sorry, I thought these were going to be additional women. They're not. Sorry, horses, but they aren't. But he's at least seen the map, which is very, very important. You can see already got a good understanding of where things are. The other thing that this is important for is allows you to expand towards the resources that you need. So if you were playing, like, if I was playing as the Ptolemies, for instance, I would be like thinking, yep, these things of stone, very important. Metal here, more stone. This looks like a decent area. Look at that. All the resources I need. Controls the center of the map. Nice. Something that Umbrito doesn't have. Now, having said that, one of Umbrito's sort of strategies is to play like kind of turtle, in a sense. So he combinate a kind of boom slash turtle thing. So he'll boom through the first two phases, getting as big a kind of economy as possible, then fortify around that area, and then launch an attack with catapults. Like quite often, like really quite large numbers of catapults, like 7-8 catapults. He will just be pummeling your position, but at that point he will have established such a strong army. He'll have full upgrades, and he'll have loads of these. Excuse me, the Slicid, these guys, the heavy swordsmen, and a combination of those with skirmishers and stuff. It's very, very difficult to deal with that crush, particularly on a small map, because the smaller maps obviously focus. We've got fewer areas to attack, so it's more difficult to launch like a surprise attack around the side than it is if the map is bigger. So both going for advanced woodlines. Nice. We're starting to see. I think one of the advantages for the Morians is that their barracks and their cavalry stables don't require any stone, so they can just build them with wood. So it makes them very, very useful. Yeah. And this is also another. Morians, I think, are one of the best factions around. They've got a great mix of troops. Swordsmen are like their macemen. Also, the elephant is absolutely brilliant. They have cavalry swordsmen, I believe. Oh, wrong one. Let's have a look here. Cavalry swordsman. Are you in here? It's unclear. But yeah, I think they do have cavalry swordsmen. In fact, yes, they definitely do. Umbrito, by contrast, unless he collects some stone, is not going to be able to build more than 3 barracks. And if he does build 3 barracks, it will mean he hasn't got the stone. The stone required to get the stone cutting upgrade. Whereas you can get all of the upgrades with the initial with your starting resources. You don't need to go for the amount of wood going. You'd think with that amount of wood, let's crank this up. I mean, done how many people are actually on these fields? So 32 on 10 fields. Start pumping out more women. That will take it to 40. Needs an additional like 10 women on top of that. But doing well to get all the resources possible. Did he get it? Yeah, got the berry upgrade. Good choice. Did you? No, didn't.
TST?
Disappointing. We got here 8 fields. That will be everyone. Good use of the barracks to get the storehouse right up there. Okay, we've got these 2 barracks there not producing. So for a long time the things were quite level, but tedour has moved right into the lead now. Going to phase 2. Now we have you can tell he's got 45 women, also like 13 fields. If you see someone at this early stage with 13 fields, you can pretty be basically 100% certain this person is going to be getting a lot of cavalry. They're going to want cavalry. I mean, good use of the elephant again. Another elephant on its way. It's just been producing relentlessly. Umbrito's making another mistake. Getting housed. He was housed a bit earlier as well. See, that's where the difference. There's just two people building houses, but doing it consistently. So, I mean, this is very, very good. Always just on the cusp of getting housed, but not actually getting housed. Until now, we will be getting housed. Need to get this one built more quickly. And I think they're going to be going to metal, I assume. Have we got the metal upgrade? We do. Apologies if someone just heard my phone. That was a work message. I'm on leave today, so I don't need to deal with that. So he's getting the stone upgrade. Okay, here we go. The expected horses. Cavalry are on their way. Got the horse breeding. Very, very good idea. This gives you additional, I think, 10% health. Yeah, 10% health on horses. It's got a little bit short of food still. Oh, because I just got those two upgrades. And it's going to go there. So, one thing that would say, particularly if you're facing an opponent that has quite a cavalry, I don't know how best to put this, like a lot of decent cavalry, particularly sword cavalry. What's a good idea? Again, 13 fields, so are you going to be going for cavalry? Doesn't look like it at this stage. But use your houses to build around it to make a wall, particularly if you're facing sword cavalry, because otherwise sword cavalry will come in and absolutely massacre these women in almost no time at all. So it's also worth considering getting this one. Only costs 200 food, gives you extra health. Again, very, very useful. No cavalry there, no cavalry coming from there, no cavalry coming from there. It's not being built. Bit slow to getting that, but sword cavalry again. No Javanir. Only 10 metal, so you can currently make 20 cavalry. Still nothing. What's the max pop? 330, so they've gone for 300, so there's plenty of scope to get a lot of cavalry out there. If you're going to be facing cavalry, then getting these guys, your pikemen, a very good idea. Again, I'm just looking at this thing and it's making me feel some kind of, what do you call it, vicarious anxiety. Just like, oh, please block this off. That's just asking for them to come in and just sweep all the way through. I mean, one of the things that I've certainly started doing, particularly when you get to later in the game, if you're getting involved in a longer game, it's actually really worth just putting a fence up, like a wooden fence. It costs almost nothing. You'll be able to use your farming women quite often when you're in that phase, when you've hit phase 3, hit max pop, when you're ready to go. It's just, I find it quite useful, a combination of houses and fences, just to keep basically raids out, because otherwise it doesn't take that many cavalry. I mean, when you get to, you see the very best players, it's not uncommon for them to be having, 50, 60, 70 cavalry. And something as simple, I mean, and let's just say 50, 60, 70 cavalry, you've really got 10 of these coming. There's every chance that there'll be 50, 60, 70 cavalry coming here. Although, I don't think there's quite the 13 fields, you've got all the upgrades. Yeah, getting there. This is a bit, again, inefficient. Could do with pulling this guy in and bringing these a bit closer. But ahead in population, housed, which isn't so good. That's it. I often do this as well. You get to that stage and suddenly you think, oh, hold on, haven't built a house for ages. And these couple of guys, so now he's gone to what? 17 fields. How many women? Only 46 women across them. So it is true that every additional woman reduced that you have farming. I mean, I assume you're using your female citizens to farm because it's they're much faster at it than your male soldiers. But nonetheless, yeah, each additional one that you put on there farms marginally. Oh no, it didn't deposit all the. You're losing 53 wood. Oh, I could have just dropped that off before going for him, but bold. Yeah, if you don't deposit that wood and they start farming, that's it. You've lost 53 wood. I mean, it's not the end of the world. You've got 2,500. Sure, they'll go. How many? 17 of these guys. 3 more coming. Are any of them actually? They're all the swordsmen, aren't they? Yeah. Got phase 2 here. Right. This is quite nice for Umbrito. These guys, he's kind of a. Sometimes they'll be farming, sometimes they'll be chopping wood. I like that. It's something that I'm particularly guilty of, is not showing that level of flexibility, to just be like, right, I need to just have, like, basically stop my women farming. I've got, 14,000 food at the moment, but I'm out of wood, and I've still got my women, like 50 or 60 of them, just farming. It's like, no. So I like to see that. This is much nicer. They're not quite next to each other. You've left little gaps. The horses can get through these gaps. Never mind. How many are we looking at now? Okay, 38. Can't get any more. Needs another 65. How many see you? Another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, another 9 of them. But here we go. Now this is, as you got, what are the upgrades looking like? It's got the wooden shield that will protect you against pierce weapons, which is helpful because he's only going to be facing pierce weapons. Let's see what happens here. Oh, this could be deadly. It looks like they've trapped him. No, they're too fast. Should be able to get some kills. Surely there goes one. Okay. Now, Umbrito will be hoping that that's the end of that. But I don't believe it will be. Oh no, he lost a few people. And oh my word, 102 archers coming. This could potentially be quite a deadly attack. The combination of, I think the archers are going to take out these guys with no trouble, while at the same time, nearly 60 cavalry get there. They're going to come round the side. Oh, this is going to be brutal. Okay, he's got to pull his army together. This is one of the things that you desperately need to know. If you were facing attack, you see, just walk through the gap there, and these are all going to die in a matter of seconds. Slow to react. Okay, you could actually, there's no need to run off, actually, they'll probably take those guys out. Oh, these guys didn't know a house to go to, so they're dead. It's like 38 dead to 1, and Umbrito is like, forget you, man. He's coming after you. So there were 100 odd of the archers. Where have they gone? More cavalry coming past. So got 90 cavalry. It makes my initial claims of having no upgrades for Umbrito either. This is seriously problematic. This is another thing as well, that the cavalry is so, like, the sword cavalry are great at destroying fields, because it's something that you don't necessarily think of even as an idea. But if the sword cavalry destroy the fields, it's not like the women can come out of the thing and just go straight back to farming. There's just nothing, they can't. There's nothing they can do in terms of going back to farming. What they're going to do instead is they're going to have to rebuild these fields. You've only got 300 food, so just goes to show he's right in amongst trying to
Yes, see?
capture these things. Can he capture this one at least? Yep, got one. Got two. That will stop him from replenishing. Oh, these guys are going in too close. No, 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 you're going in too close. You're going to get yourself killed.
Yes, see?
But there you go. So he had 10 of these. 3 are dead. But here come
Yes, see?
82 sword cavalry. They're surely going to take this in no time. Okay, it's dead. It's interesting. It looks like one of those things where each side ends up taking the civic centre of the other side. Another one gone, another 2.
Yes, see?
But in terms of population, your barracks is gone. You're not going to be replenishing. You've not got things. Umbrito is in a bit of trouble here. So neither side's gone to phase 3. So I don't know why he's not got rid of that. He's going to.
Yes, see?
The effort is here to build on his opponent's doorstep. While
Yes, see?
this goes
Yes,
on.
see?
So now the aim is to
Yes,
get
see?
some resources.
Yes,
You'd have
see?
thought they would kill those guys. Yeah.
Yes, see?
Oh, sure. Tedour's got plenty of resources if he wants to keep building while Umbrito's not. He's now decided to destroy this purely with
Yes, see?
sword cavalry, which is eminently doable. Still nothing. Has he picked off those?
Yes,
No, I thought he
see?
picked them off because
Yes,
they
see?
were injured. They're not.
Yes, see?
Here we go. What have we here? Can he
Yes,
take
see?
another thing? Half the population, no upgrades. Here come the cavalry.
see?
Ah, that's why. He just wants to keep these. And this is... he's just suiciding them. That's gone. Okay.
Yes, see?
Civic centre gone. Down at 98,
Yes, see?
so literally half the population can get. There's needs to get a
Yes,
lot of
see?
these actually out of the way because they're going to die. Okay.
Yes, see?
Brutal. So 20 odd of the cavalry were killed, but oh, actually no, because he took about 10 away, so probably lost about 10 cavalry. That's all, if that.
Yes, see?
Incredible. It's one of those things with cavalry that you get to realise so useful because they just literally have, you know, way more health than other soldiers. So it's particularly these ones with melee cavalry. If you can use them as a meat shield, they're much stronger than anything else. They just go in absolute massacre. Okay, it looks grim for Umbrito at this point, I have to say. I'm going to try and build a new city centre, get something going. These guys are all nearly dead. There's not a lot left. Not training. Here come these guys. I think their aim was to build. Tedour was thinking that he would be able to build something here himself. What are they doing? Too slow. Okay, 95 is a population of 60. Ah, that's a good idea.
Yes, see?
That will allow him to at least heal his soldiers, but I can't see a way round. Can't see a way back. Here. These guys are just dying, and here come the cavalry, quite literally. If you're not British, that's an English idiom. Here come the cavalry, meaning here come people that are going to kill, save the day, basically. And that's what's happened. So that's the end of those women. He's got 220 pop cap now, though. They're just waving. They're going to
ESC,
just die. Don't wave. Get attacking.
ESC,
What have we? Oh, elephant's going to come.
ESC.
And with elephants, there's no way back. Surely. Yeah, that's it. So, got 80 population. It's gone. It's a phase 2 victory. I mean, I suppose it might not be. There might be inconceivably the comeback of all comebacks, but no, there's a phase 2 victory here. It's just, yeah, quite impressive. So there you go. Umbrito gave up on that rather than give up the thing again. 39, these guys. Which elephants.
ESC, ESC,
Collecting a bit short of wood, but doesn't need that for elephants. Why are you not? Oh, it's elephant archers. Of course they are. And say, why are you not training elephants to go knock it down? We're still phase 2. Incredible. You forget. It's so rare to see a phase 2 push of this kind of strength. Can't do anything with the training because hasn't got the population, or hasn't got the houses. I think that's the end of that.
ESC,
Isn't it? You ready to accept that this one is done? Down to 49. I mean, he will start to be able to train people soon because population's going to go down below. Okay, that one's gone. Population is 40, so now if he was training, he would be able to, but these guys have got it in no time. Yeah, it's just a few cavalry are dying, but really strong use of sword cavalry, though. Absolutely brutal. Now with 8 population, they're all in here. Is he going to be able to? Is he going to start cutting it? Should we just get the cavalry? What's going on here? Those guys just waving. It's building another civic centre to take over. That one. Okay, it's decided to go the waving approach rather than attacking and get it completely done. There we go. 5, 3, 2, 1, 0. Hold on. How? That's, if he's got a population of 0, surely that's the end. How can he possibly? Oh, he could possibly have gone for that fertility festival to train women and then gone for them. So there we go. Brutal, absolutely brutal. So yeah, comfortable win. I mean, the charts are just military score. Wow, it wasn't that clear cut military. I mean, a lot of the initial total score comes from exploration. You can see Umbrito never saw as much of the map, but economy, yeah, his economy died at this point. What have we got? Train killed, yeah, what's kill death ratio? 1.44. Bold game. So yeah, that's where we are. So hope you enjoyed that. And yeah, leave a like, do all those sorts of things. That would be cool. It's nice to be back, and obrigado e adeus.